Yeah, dreadful news, and one of those guys who's so formidable as not just as a sporting competitor, but also as a personality throughout the 90s into the 2000s, even his post-cricket life as well. And you almost think that, is it possible this person could die? Of course, that sounds stupid, but...
so suddenly and so
I know,
young.
it was just, I felt disbelief yesterday, I felt a bit of numbness yesterday. I'm not a mad cricket fan, but everyone knows who Shane Warne is. Remember that bravado coming out of Australia? He was one of those sporting stars, wasn't he, back in the late 80s, early 90s, who came out of Australia. You can see him there in those pictures for the benefit of those on radio, wearing the jacket. He wore that green and yellow jacket with pride as well with Australia. And you remember Pat Cash in tennis, remember Pat Rafter, David Campese in rugby, Mark Bosnich in football, all these guys coming out of Australia, making themselves known to a global audience in sporting terms and transcending their sport as well, as has been said for most of the last 24 hours. And he really was something else. You remember, you touched on it in the last hour, the white sun cream.
He always had the white sun cream, the zinc cream.
Yeah, he sometimes used to wear the hat as well.
And it sort of made him look like a warrior.
Yeah, exactly.
As well.
He had the surf dude look.
Yeah.
But he also was one of these guys like who'd come out. He looked like he'd come out of the pub to face the English, you know, and he flew in the face of English imperialism, especially with cricket, with his colonial past and everything. And the rivalry between the two countries intensified over that period. But for all the ribbing he used to take, and he gave as good as he got,
yes,
believe
he did.
me.
Yeah.